Hello everybody, I'm back again. It's been a long time, but I've been through a lot. I'll tell you, I've been trying to get lowering springs. I had like the lowering springs saga from Hades. I went back to going to get rotors, and I decided I wanted new speed rotors, and it turned out that I got to wait 6 to 8 weeks. I was going to get 2-piece rotors, and after talking with Fabian, he goes, your calipers are basically floating calipers when they're stock. Like all GTIs and Golf Rs have a floating caliper. So it makes no sense to have a floating rotor because basically it'll fight against each other. You want the floating rotors when you have the 6-piston caliper of God. You know, like you have like the really upgraded brake kit that costs like $7 grand. When you get like Brembo brakes, or if you got the Porsche Cayenne upgrade and all that. So if you have a 6-piston caliper, that's a fixed caliper. Then you want the floating rotors. So that's a little education I got. So I basically said, okay, 1-piece rotors, and they're direct replacement, so they're OE, original equipment. And what I went with is called SportStop Cryo treated cross-drilled rotors, and I'll just show you what they look like. And I think they're really good looking. See, they got the black in there. This is the rear. Now, in addition to the calipers, to the rotors, I got brake pads that are fully ceramic. So you'll see that my wheels are staying cleaner. I got to keep cleaning the rest of the dust off, but I've had them for almost 2 weeks now, and there's no dust forming at all. So that's one great thing about ceramic brake pads. The other thing that's good about ceramic brake pads, they work better when they get hot. They're quiet. I thought they'd be loud. I think it's the racing ones that are loud because they have metal parts in them. This is like pure ceramic. And they grip like you wouldn't believe. My pedal doesn't even go down as far. I just barely touch the pedal, they're already gripping. It could be too that I had like worn pads that I didn't know about. If I had the original stock pads, they're probably nothing to write home about. And this is the front. And I think you'll see the brake pad a little bit if I look in here. So it's going to keep the wheels less dusty, and that's my front rotors as well. Now the cryo treatment, these are the only ones I know of on the market that were like this, because I even like researched and said, can I get other ones? Can I get new speed ones that are like that? No, only StopTech has them. So StopTech has the cryo treated ones. These are the ones they use in the race car because when you cryo treat them, they're going to be less resistant to cracking and most likely not crack under pressure. So here's the other thing. When they make these, they lower the temperature when they're being formed to negative 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Negative 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's how these rotors were born. So then they bring up the temperature 1 degree at a time till it's natural, like normal temperature. And then what that does is it like basically solidifies that metal to be hardened, from the freezing cold. And I think it actually keeps them heat resistant too. So they're really good. So, for the amount of money, these are the ones to go with, I think. And I like the black in there. Some of them you pay extra money for, they don't even have black, they just look plain. And I got the cross drilled. That's what they look like. So these are not only good looking, they're functional, and they should be very strong too. And for street use, they should never crack at all. They can use it on the racetrack and not crack then. These are good for me. Now the lowering spring saga is I ordered the Haas kit. It's the K&W height adjustable springs because I'm not going to get coilovers. I want to keep my my DCC where I can change the adaptive chassis control on the fly by just pressing the direct chassis control, whatever. I can press the button and my dampers can, get stiff or soft or comfort or race or whatever. I'm going to keep that functionality. So the springs I ordered came from Frankfurt, Germany. So I'm like, K&W's in Frankfurt? I didn't know that. So they come from Frankfurt, Germany. I got them in like less than 9 days, I think, from Frankfurt. So I'm happy. I opened them up. Not only were they not the right kit, they weren't even K&W. Somebody swapped them out. Somebody swapped them out, man. and they were like an unknown brand from Germany called Atlas, and it was a coilover kit for the Mark V GTI. I'm like, what the heck? So I sent them back to ECS Tuning. I think the guy gave me the wrong code to put on the box because it was the new ones I ordered. So the guy thought they were the new ones that just came back, and he got it in the warehouse, so he sent it right back. So I got them back the second time. So I really don't want to blame ECS Tuning too much because it's kind of a mistake. Although I did demand my money back, and they actually paid me whatever they were worth today because the price went up. I got my full money back plus tax. So right now I'm on hold for the spring set. But that's my next big thing. And it's not extreme lowering. We're talking, it's going to be way lower. Look at that though. That's ridiculous. That's too much of a gap. And it doesn't even look like a personal car. It looks like it's stock. So I would say it's probably going to come down to about, like it's up here right now. It'll come down to probably like about there. It's probably going to lower about 1.5 inches. Less than 2 inches, but more than 1 inch. All the way around. And that's my next upgrade we'll be getting. But this is not going to be a extremely upgraded car. I'm just going to probably eventually go to stage 2. And if you've not seen this already, I'll open it up for you. I'm stage 1 plus by Unitronic. They're the only company you can go to and get stage 2 now, because it's forbidden in the United States, because they're in Canada. Okay, so there you go. That is the cold air intake from Unitronic. And like I said, stage 1 would be this one. Stage 1 plus would be this extra size for the cold air intake. And which I've done before. The turbo inlet pipe, which you can see is aluminum instead of plastic. So it's a little stronger and better. So that is my video. If you're having a great day, we're getting cooler weather in Florida. It's only 86 today, I think. And less humidity. It feels great. I don't want it to be too cold, because I myself don't like cold weather.